Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. The long awaited for top 10 Tilbury has arrived. Okay, now before I start, I just want to explain what I mean by top 10. Okay, because I'm not going to be doing my top 10 favourites, personal favourites, because I'm aware, and even more so in the last couple of days, of how different my skin tone is to a lot of people that are viewing my channel. So I gave this a lot of thought this week, and I thought it's no good me actually talking about some of the things that are my favourite things, because they wouldn't suit the viewers that are watching me. And a lot of you guys want to see this video to kind of prioritise what things that I want to get from Charlotte Tilbury. So, for example, there are some things that didn't make the top 10 that would be my personal top 10. So when I started this list, Unisex Healthy Glow was number 2. And I took it out and it didn't even make the top 10. Reason being is for my skin tone, it is perfect. It evens out my skin tone. It is my must-have product. I can't live without it. If you're fair, you're going to end up looking a bit orange. And I've spoken to enough people to know that this is the case. So I don't want to big that up as my number 2 must-have product, and then you rush out to buy it, and then find out you just look orange. Okay? So that didn't make the top 10. The other one that didn't make the top 10 was Vintage Vamp, which was my first love. It's the first look I ever got, and it looks really nice on my skin tone. And again, if you are similar skin tone to me, go and get Vintage Vamp. It's fantastic. But if you're not, it's probably not going to be one of the top 10 Tilbury items. Okay, and the other one, and I really struggled with this, because the other one I put in, I took out, I put in and took out, was Colour Chameleon, because they are so easy. And the one I wanted to put in was Colour Chameleon in Dark Pearl. And that is for people with brown eyes, because you scribble them on and blend them in and you're good to go. But again, I think it just depends on your skin tone and a lot of variables, and I just thought there were other more generic products out there that I could recommend to you as my kind of top 10. So this is more like not my personal top 10, but imagine we were all, me and all my viewers were on a desert island, and Charlotte turned up on the island and said, "Hello darlings, you can have 10 of my items to share between yourselves. What would it be?" And that is the top 10 coming up. Okay, so sit back and enjoy. Okay, number 10. Number 10 has got to be for me the Instant Look in a palette. And my favourite one is, I'm holding up the wrong one. My favourite one is Beauty Glow. Beauty Glow is fantastic. It is just perfection. I like her most recent one as well, but this one is my favourite, and I think it will suit a number of skin tones, especially in the summer. Now, excuse me, Jack gave me some chewing gum. It's really nice because I get a dried out mouth, but I know it doesn't look very attractive. Anyway, right, so it's got the most beautiful rose gold shade. I'm sitting in a really bad light here, but let me just turn this round. I'm not going to bother swatching because the light's bad, and actually this is about the top 10. If anyone wants any more details, put the comment below and I'll include more details in a later video, okay? So it's got the most beautiful rose gold shade, and this beautiful shade in the middle, which is sort of more of a bronzy shade. Then you have a matte shade, you have a highlighter, and a bronzer. The bronzer is actually a really good shade if you're fair. And I complained when I first got it, saying it wasn't dark enough for someone of my skin tone. And they said in Charlotte Tilbury, oh no, if you're more medium to deep skin, what you do is you mix the bronzer with this matte shade up here, or the bronzer in this darker shade here on the cheek to cheek blush. So you've got options. I love the concept of this. I love the fact that I can shove that into an overnight bag and a lipstick, you know, and I put a little sample of mascara in. I'm good to go, you know. I've got a whole look there. It's also, if you're new to Charlotte Tilbury and you're thinking what to buy, it's a really economical way of getting quite a lot of product, because these are £50 in the UK, and if you were to buy an eyeshadow palette, that's £39. If you were to buy her Filmstar Bronze and Glow, which are these two shades, that is what is that? That's another £49, and then her cheek to cheek blushes are £30. But you're getting all of that for £50 and a massive mirror. Okay, so I just think it's great. If Beauty Glow is not your favourite, then I would recommend, or you want something for a more no makeup look, subtle look, or you're very fair, then I would go for Natural Beauty. It's very subtle, but it's beautiful on. You definitely can see it. But if you want an everyday instant look in a palette that you can put in your handbag and take to work and touch up on the go, it's lovely, it's beautiful. It's not going to be your going out party look necessarily, although you can zhuzh it up, but it's lovely. But my favourite is Beauty Glow. Okay, coming back in a second with number 9. Okay, so number 9 of my top 10 Tilbury is one of her eyeshadow quads, and it's her best-selling eyeshadow palette of all time, I believe, and that is the Dolce Vita. Now, these are just truly fantastic, and I know there'll be some people with fair skin thinking, I can't wear that, but I actually think you can. I think, have a look at some of the models that she uses it on. Yes, she uses it a lot on models with olive skin, but she also uses it on other people. Let me just swatch you some of these shades, because they are fantastic. This copper is just beautiful. It's a sort of coppery gold. Fantastic. This pop shade is just spectacular. Look at that. It's just like 24 karat gold, and it just looks gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. Let me know if you want me to do another look using the Dolce Vita palette. But I would suggest that everybody needs to own the Dolce Vita. And it would work. Now, if that scares you and you really think, no, I can't, I'm too fair, I'm not confident enough to pull that off, then I would say Golden Goddess. Golden Goddess is gorgeous. If you haven't seen, there's a video where Charlotte is making up her mother, who is in her mid-60s, using this palette, and it looks beautiful on her. There is the pop shade. Here is the smoke shade. Lovely. It really is nice. Now, before my son finishes eating my hair, I'm going to go. Would you like me to put the Golden Goddess on you? Alright, I'll see you in a minute. Coming up, number 8. So, we're down to number 8. Charlotte was my first love. No, she wasn't. And neither was this blush. But yes, that's right, you've got it. First Love blush. Now, this was not the first blush I got, but it is my most loved blush. When I saw this, I got Ecstasy, I got Sex on Fire, I got Love Glow. I just, you know, I got them, and I thought, every time I looked at this one, I thought, no, it's too pale. It's like Nude Kate. It's like Kim Kardashian West. This is something you've got to wear if you're really, really fair. And boy, I was so wrong. I went for a makeover at Charlotte Tilbury, and they said, is there anything you want to try, because you got so much stuff? And I said, well, I'm intrigued to see what that First Love blush would look like on me, but it probably doesn't show up, does it? They said, oh, how wrong you are. And I was wrong. I've got this Pretty Youth Glow filter on today, guys, in Pretty Fresh, so it's probably not going to show up, but even on my skin, it just gives the most beautiful, beautiful finish. Let me see, I'll just see if I'll put it over. Right, it shows up beautifully. And what I love about this is in the middle, can you see this peachy tone? It is like a perfect matte peach. And if you've got hyperpigmentation, it starts to correct it. So, you know, how great is that you can have a blush that actually also corrects hyperpigmentation, which is often on somebody's cheek. Alright, I love it. It's the one I use the most. It's starting to crack up now. I'm getting nervous, but I often put that on when I go to work. And it's the most used blush that I own. I love Ecstasy too, but you know, that's more for a going out look. This one will work every single day and just give a beautiful contour to your face. So fair skin, dark skin, my skin definitely, fair skin definitely. It's just wonderful. Get First Love blush. If you're thinking about which one should I get and you're not sure, and definitely if you're fair skinned, get First Love. You won't regret it. Hi guys, I just wanted to freeze here to say that I've just looked up the Instant Look in a palette, and both of the ones that I mentioned are not available anymore. But the one that is available is Smokey Eye Beauty, the most recent one. And just as a matter of interest, the blush in there is First Love blush. So you might want to think about that as an option. Okay, enjoy the rest of the video. Bye-bye. Okay, we're at number 7 already. And number 7 has to be, I think, the #1 bestseller of all Charlotte Tilbury's range. And that is Pillow Talk Lip Liner. She calls them lip cheats. And the reason she calls them lip cheats is because it's one of those universal colours that just works on any lip tone. It will look good. And it will help you to cheat bigger lips if you do a slight overline. Now, I cheated a bit for this one because I'm going to say that number 7 is my duo of the lipstick in Pillow Talk with the lip liner or lip cheat. However, as you know, just recently the collagen lip bath has come out. So you have an option now. If you like more of a matte lip, go for the lipstick. If you like more of a fuller, shiny lip, then go for the lip liner and a collagen lip bath. You won't regret it. Everybody worth their salt in the makeup industry has got this Pillow Talk, and that's for a reason, because it does look beautiful on the lips. The other good thing is you can line any lip with this. You don't have to match it because it's likely that it's going to match your lip. So, you know, I could use this morning to line this lip and it wouldn't look daft because it's going to match the skin tone of my lip. Great one. I think I'm on my third. Just gotta get it. Okay, you don't have to get it. I'm not one of those that's going to tell you you've got to get it, but it is very good and worth the money. Okay. Number 6 coming up. Okay, we're nearly halfway through, so we're on to number 6. And number 6 for me has to be Charlotte's Magic Cream. Such a great formula, looks brilliant under makeup, really plumps up your skin tone. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a warning. When I first got Charlotte's Magic Cream, I loved it, and eventually I finished it. And then I got another one, and I think I got another one as a present. And before I went to get my 4th jar of Magic Cream, and it does last a long time, I thought, you know what, that before I get to that point, I'm going to save up, put that money aside, and I'm going to get her giant Magic Cream, because I know I'm going to use it, and it's cheaper per mil than buying 3 jars, which basically you get 3 jars worth in a giant one. You get something like £30 off by buying the giant one. And I really regret it, and I'm going to show you why. Have a look at this jar. What a mess. Now, I'm not complaining to Charlotte Tilbury, and I'll tell you why. But oh dear, I have been desperately trying to save this cream from getting spoiled. They compensated me. They took a lot of money off the product. But do not buy the jar if you ever wanted to get it, because they need to sort out this design. I'm not the only person this has happened to. When you buy it, it's perfectly aligned to the hexagon shape. When you go to shut it and you go like that, if you tighten it for it to be aligned to the hexagon shape, eventually the lid cracks. It can't take it. Then not only does the lid crack, but the bit underneath cracks, and you're nearly left spoiling the product. So I've got about another probably 6 months worth of product left in there, and eventually I'm going to decant it into another airtight container. It was beautiful, just don't get the large one. Now back to the cream. The cream is fantastic. It plumps your skin the minute you put it on. You feel your skin plumping. It smells beautiful. It looks wonderful under makeup. You will see Pixie Woo uses it. Nikki, not Sam. Sam I don't think is a fan, but Nikki is. Wayne Goss uses it. Lots of makeup artists use this magic cream, and it was one of the first products that Charlotte brought out, and apparently there was a queue outside Selfridges the day it launched, and for good reason. It is beautiful, and yes, it's expensive, but with skincare, I think you're looking after your skin. It's got hyaluronic acid in it, which plumps up the skin. It's got peptides, which she talks about. They're very good for skin, especially for aging skin. It's just wonderful stuff. So that is my number 6. But please, if you're buying it, if you're buying it for the first time, you wouldn't buy the giant one. But please don't buy the giant one until they've sorted out this design flaw. Just go for the smaller, the normal size. Okay, over to number 5. Okay, number 5 has got to be the Retoucher. Now, here's what I love about this. You've seen me doing a lot of makeup videos, and you probably noticed that I don't put this on all the time as a concealer. But this is always in my handbag. The reason it's always in my handbag is I often do have to retouch during the day. And it's the only concealer that I can use as a retouch throughout the day that doesn't make it look worse under my eyes. It actually covers it. It doesn't make it look worse. It doesn't cake up. You can just put it under there like I can now and it will look fine. You know, just dab it like that with your fingers and it will look as good as new again. It doesn't accentuate fine lines. It's just fantastic stuff. Okay. Now, the other thing that obviously she makes for under the eyes, which you've seen me use as well, is the Mini Miracle Eye Wand. That didn't make my top 10, and I'll tell you why. I love the idea, I love the concept of having a serum one end and this eye brightener at the other end. But what inevitably happens in reality is that for me, I know some people have said that they use up one end more than the other. I use up the brightener before I use up the serum. So I'm always left with serum and no brightener left. And I think I've heard from others on here that end up the other way around. So they have loads of brightener but they don't have any serum left. Now, the brightener is not the best eye serum in the world. And one of the things I don't like about the eye serum is it's got alcohol in it, which I know why it's there. The idea is to tighten under eyes, but I don't like the idea. I've got very sensitive eyes. I'd rather it wasn't in there. I still use it because it's a really good brightener. Sorry, it's a really good brightener at the other end, so I'll use the serum because it's at the other end, but I'd rather it wasn't there. I don't really want alcohol on that very delicate area, even if it does tighten my eyes. So I'll tell you what I would do. Also, you get very little product because you're ending up with 2 in 1. There are better serums out there. You can get a really good serum. Hang on, I'm going to go and get it you and I'll show it you. Okay, some really good serums that you can carry around in your handbag. Pixie Skin Treats, 24K Eye Elixir. It comes with a roller ball. Hygiene, you may want to rub it on your finger first or put it straight on your eyes. Just feels really cooling, really soothing. There's no nasty alcohol in here as far as I can remember. Let me just check that for you. But I'm sure there's no alcohol in this. No, I can't see any alcohol, but it has peptides. It's really good. And you're going to get a lot more product in there than you are in this wand. More budget friendly. Body Shop Vitamin E Refreshing Eye Cube. This is my second one, which is why it's in a box. And the other one that's really good is to get pure organic jojoba oil. You can see this is very well used. It will last you for a long time. It's about £10 a bottle. Decant a little bit into a small bottle. Take it round with you. Dab it under your eyes. And what this is really good is if your concealer creases, it will uncrease your concealer. I will put a little link to a video where Katie from Beauty in the Boutique is showing you that little trick. And it really works. So those are 3 options for eye serums. What I would do, personally, when I run out of this one, I'm not sure I'm going to buy it again. What I think I'm going to do is to get 2 retouchers. One in my shade, which is shade 3, and one in a lighter shade, which is shade 2. And that will give you the lightening effect. So whatever your shade is, get another one in a shade lighter, and that will brighten in the way that this is. This may have some brightening products in it, but it's not going to last you very long. So Retoucher is the way to go. Fantastic. Right, next to number 4. Right, number 4, and you know why I keep talking like this. It's because I have in my head dun, 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 And number 4. I know, and that's why I wanted to play it in the background, but I didn't really sing that, did I? Please don't come after me, copyright people.
Copyright.
Anyway, so number 4 is mine and Jack's favourite lipstick.
Oh,
And Jack is not going to say a naughty word because we've given it a nickname.
You mean
Bleep!
perfect.
Perfect. Jack knows the name of the lipstick. He's 9 years old and he knows the name of this lipstick because he loves it so much on me.
Yes.
So that will tell you how good this lipstick is.
I
And
got it mixed up with a movie called Pitch Perfect.
Exactly. And that is, say the real word for it. Come and tell them what it is. No, not the bad word. The real word for it. It's like Pitch Perfect, but it's called Bitch Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, you said say the real word, but don't say
I
it,
thought
so
he
I
was going to say the nickname, which is beginning with SH.
Yeah.
Right, so enough of all of that. This lipstick, let me put it on. I love this lipstick. I think this lipstick is the perfect lipstick for everyone, whether you're fair, whether you're dark. It's just not too light, not too dark for anyone. Wayne Goss calls this the perfect lipstick too, and he said that after I bought it and fell in love with it. It is just an amazing lipstick. I always come back to it. I just love it. Really, really love it. So if you're not sure about what lipstick to go for, have a look at Bitch Perfect. And number 3. I can't believe we're already at number 3. Okay, so number 3 is one of my first purchases, and I still haven't had to repurchase it. Although I probably should, because it's probably getting a bit old. But it still looks perfect on. And that is not Bitch Perfect. We've done Bitch Perfect.
I said Pitch Perfect.
It is Filmstar Bronze and Glow. And you can see how much I've used it. I love this. This is perfect. It's used by so many people. It is just perfect. This is light to medium. I do have medium to dark, but I would recommend light to medium for everyone, really. The reason is medium to dark does look lovely, but the highlighter is quite orangey. It still looks lovely, but this one is just universal. You just can't go wrong. The bronzer, yes, it's got a bit of a shimmer in it, but it's so subtle that it doesn't accentuate fine lines. It makes you glow. It's wonderful. This highlighter is just perfect. I can't, the packaging is beautiful. It's proper luxurious metal. It's got a beautiful mirror. It's perfect for carrying around in your handbag. What else can I say? Let me just put some of this highlighter on for you so that you can see what I mean. It's just perfect. Now, sometimes when I'm in a real rush, I can sling this into my bag. I put the bronzer in the crease of my eye. I dab a bit of the highlighter on the lid. I do the bronze and the highlighter. I can do so many things with this. It's just perfect. I love it. And that's why it is my number 3. Coming up next, number 2. Okay, we're now at number 2. I can't believe it. Now, number 2 was going to, as I said in the beginning, originally was going to be my Unisex Healthy Glow. But I cannot recommend that for people with fair skin. if you have skin tone like mine and you have hyperpigmentation, you must get Unisex Healthy Glow. Instead, it has got to be Airbrush Flawless Finish. Now the shade that I use is number 2. Again, you won't hear anybody say a bad word about this product. At least I haven't seen any makeup artist saying it's overrated or anything. This is the second one I've had and I've already hit pan. It's just wonderful. It sets your makeup without looking cakey. You can go over and over and over again and it will set your makeup. It will take that shine off your nose without it looking cakey. Jack, come on now, stop being silly.
Sorry,
and
that's the whole thing.
It is just brilliant. No, it's not, darling.
Yeah, actually, yeah. That's exactly what I do.
Okay, I'm back. Now, this just sets powder really, really well. Sets your face really, really well. Really, really covers up shine. It's just wonderful. You can dab it under your eyes over that retoucher that I just put on a little while ago. And it's just wonderful. It has got almond oil in it. So even though it's a powder, it doesn't look dry. And it's really, really finely milled. So it just never looks cakey. Just a wonderful, can't be without product. What more can I say? It's just great. I use medium and I think most people could get away with medium. If you're very fair, use shade number 1, which is fair. And then obviously if you're darker than me, go for number 3. But most people normally opt for medium. Apparently Charlotte mixes 2 shades of powder to finish off, and apparently that's her big secret trick, which somebody else let slip. It was Nadine Baggett on show, and she sort of looked quite embarrassed because she'd never mentioned it. I've never done it. I've never bought 2. I've just stuck with number 2 medium, but apparently that's something she does. Okay, and we're getting to number 1, and I think you may be quite surprised, but you may not. Right, we're finally at number 1, and I'm a little bit angry with myself because I think I may have given this away the other day, and I wish I hadn't, because otherwise I think it would have surprised you all. A lot of you have been saying that you like my skin this week. Thank you very much. And you know, I think some of it is genetic because my nan had lovely skin and into her 80s, and I've looked after my skin. But there's one staple product that I have used on my skin for the last 2 years that I will not be without, and that is Charlotte's night cream. If she stopped, if I could not afford anything else in her range, and they said, what would you like her to keep going, it would be the night cream over and above any of her makeup. I could not do without her night cream. Now this is a travel size. The full size, this is 15 mils. The full size, I believe, is 50 mils. That will last me 9-10 months. The reason is that you use such a small amount. Now, let me just tell you, I said this in another video, but let me just show you the consistency. It looks like you're getting a little pot of Vaseline. Can you see in the lid there? Now, I'm just going to take a little bit. Now, I'm going to show you how much I put on my finger at night. Okay? Because there's been some complaints that people feel they've got sticky skin. I do my normal skincare routine. I double cleanse. I always take my makeup off first and then cleanse again. I use vitamin E essence, and then I sort of fluctuate depending on my mood between all sorts of different skincare, and I'll do a video about skincare. And I'll often then put a serum on. And then this is how much I use. That amount every night. You take it, you put it in the palm of your hand like that, and you rub it in your hand, and then over your face you go. Now, my hair could do with a bit of a condition at the moment, so I'm going to rub a bit of that. Waste not, want not. And that is a little tip, by the way. I'm going through very lightly, but when you finish putting it on your face and you've just got a little remnant left, you put it through your hair. My hairdresser said, what have you been using on your hair? And it was this. Don't put the whole lot on because you'll end up with greasy looking hair. I'm just going to rub that in my hands and around here because I really don't want to waste it. Now the other thing is the smell. Jack, I'm inviting you back now. Come here a minute, please. I know that you like being on my videos. Because Jack will sell you this. What's that smell like, Jack? Tell them.
Yeah.
It smells like... Oh, they can't see you up there. They can't see you down there. You need to come here. What does that smell like? Go on. Point, because they couldn't see you pointing before. It smells like mummy. And does it smell good or bad? Yay! He loves the smell. And he's when we're in bed at night and I'm reading him a story, I won't embarrass him completely, but he starts going, oh, mummy, that lovely smell. That smell of mummy. He's going to grow up getting his girlfriend some very expensive skincare.
Yay. Oh.
It smells gorgeous. I would say to anybody here, especially if you've got dry skin or you're starting to see fine lines, it's a lot of money to spend on skincare. But I will say it lasts a long time. 9 months for a full jar. And watch out for these offers, because Charlotte often throws in an offer where she puts a travel size. And I got this for an offer that you got this and a travel size of day cream and something else for £50 or something. 15 mils is £30 worth of product, right? So keep an eye out, because sometimes she puts them in kind of value products and you realise that you're getting a bargain for the amount per mil. But even if you spend the money on the 50 mils, it's going to last you a long time and you're going to love it. What I would say to all of you is, it's a lot to spend to try it out, but I'm so confident that you'll love it. I would say next time you're ordering off Charlotte Tilbury's website, she always offers it as a sample that you can choose. So next time you want to get that makeup or something you've had your eye on, go to her samples, click Magic Night Cream as a sample and try it. The first night I got a sample of it, I put it on my skin. I went on and put a review and said, I can't believe that my skin is feeling like this. It just felt like someone had ironed out my face. My face felt so soft in the morning. I could talk for hours and rave and you're going to get bored. For me, it's kept my skin looking lovely and supple. And with that glow that I've not found anything to beat it. So give it a try. Don't buy the full size product, because not all skincare suits every person. So don't buy the full product. Go and get the sample and try it out for yourself. And hopefully you'll feel the way I do about it too. But that has got to be my #1 Tilbury product. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye bye now.